Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I'm Farr, and tonight we're talking about the movie Prey, which I didn't even know existed, even though I've seen every Predator movie, and I own every Predator movie on Google, well, YouTube, in this case, and like some of them, and also own the Alien vs. Predator and seen all the Alien movies, and own all the Alien movies. I was just really surprised that this movie was released, because I heard nothing of it. This is literally the first time I heard about it was Bullet Train. There was a trailer for it during Bullet Train. And I was like, well, that's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. And I was like, wonder why it didn't get released into theaters. And then I saw the movie and I'm like, that explains why it didn't get released into theaters. I'm leaning towards an FA on this movie. I'm just going to be upfront and honest. Though part of me wants to say it's only an F. So you got Dan Trachtenberg, who directs it. Screenplay by Patrick Allison, which is a story by him and Dan Trachtenberg. So Dan Trachtenberg, best known for 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is probably in my top, I wouldn't say favorite movies of all time, but it's a good movie. It's close. The more I rewatch it, the more I like it. But the reason I point this out is it's got a good, premise here. Like, it's cool that you're taking the idea of the Predator and put it in different time periods. That's good. Now, the issue and the reason why I said this makes sense why it's not in a big budget theater launch here is because, don't get me wrong, it can work like this, but the cast and characters, first off, the cast is completely unknown, and the characters aren't likable. So I don't really give a shit about these characters, and the cast are unknown, so I can't even gravitate towards somebody. There's Amber Mathunder as Nehru, and Dane DeLigro as the Predator. I know what you're thinking, Damien. The Predator shouldn't get a note. I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme played him in the first one for a bit there, so why not? So, we gotta talk about the plot. And the plot of this is, the Predator is put back into 1719, where it's a Native American tribe, and they just have bows and arrows, and they fight. And that's a cool concept. But once again, no big name actors or actresses. No characters that I really enjoy to listen to or want to see. And then honestly, we're going to talk about it in just a second. The plot of this movie is kind of not great. Like, the best way to describe it is, she thinks something's happening. Nobody believes her. She slowly becomes to get people to believe her. They die when they start believing her because the Predator kills them. And then in the end, she uses the Predator's own technology against him. Like in the first movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger covers himself, so then it's a mano-a-mano fight where the Predator has to take off the helmet. Well, she forces the Predator to take off the helmet in this, and then aims the helmet at the Predator? So when he shoots, his laser targeting system goes to him, and it's like, I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how a laser targeting system works exactly. Because, it just doesn't make sense. There's a lot of far-fetched areas here. So, the biggest thing I want to point out is, what do I think they can do next? Because this idea is actually a good idea. The idea of putting the Predator in different time periods is smart. I like that. So, some of them that I have on my head that, I have written down here a Western. I know that's technically Cowboys vs. Aliens, but that's a comedy movie. This would be an action, movie. I think that'd be really cool to see. A Predator just showing off, or, having the awkward situation where he learns that, in a Western town, they do draws. So I'd like to see a Predator, quick draw, but instead of pulling out a gun or something, he throws something right away at somebody and kills them. I think that'd be kind of a cool idea. A Predator put in 1800s London, like Jack the Ripper time, and then, kind of explains Jack the Ripper in a way. That'd be kind of a cool idea, putting him there and there. So those are two. you can have those 20th century studios or Disney, whoever's making it at this point, you can have both of those. So I think the idea is a cool idea. It opens up a lot of room for new experiences. Western, London, even maybe during a war would be cool. Like World War I, World War II, Vietnam, something like that. That would be cool too to see, like a predator show up in those situations. I think you could do more with this idea. Do I think this movie was the best starting option? No, definitely not. But I think there's room for improvement now. I think we got the idea of what you can do with the Predator and start just putting it in different time periods. And making the Predator technology, obviously, I want to say de-aged, but, not as advanced in these movies as well. So, if, the Predator goes back to the Wild West, shouldn't have as good of, equipment. That just makes sense. So, really, have you seen Prey? Am I the only person that's seen Prey? Because it feels like it, and it's probably for the best. If you've seen the Predator movies, rank them below. Tell me what's your favorite one in the comments below. And what did you think of Prey? Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and have a far off night.